Alright, so we have the arms and the hands made. We're going to begin to start attaching the hand to the torso, and we're going to delete the other half and mirror it over and instance it over. So now we'll have the other hand created too on the other side. Alright, now notice that Morphe has an edge loop that runs down through this way, and our hand doesn't, so we do need to have an edge loop going across. So I'm going to go to my mesh tool, insert edge loop. I'm going to put one right about here. Q to drop the tool, right click, go to my vertex tool, and I'm going to move it up here and kind of straighten it just a bit. Okay? Alright, you can even take this down slightly. Looks like I need another edge loop here for the roundness, but we can wait on that. Alright? So you can sew the hands. Looks like it's a little bit large. So I'm going to go and resize. Actually, I'm going to center the pivot. And notice that the handle is a little strange, so let's double click on that. And it is, the scale axis is on the object. Let's change it to the world. And I'm going to scale the hands down somewhat so it's not quite as big. Alright, something like this. Again, he's an alien, so you could be creative if you want with the hands, the size of the hand. Alright, now notice that up here there are 3 faces, but on Morphe there's only one single face, so we do need to add a couple of edge loops to Morphe. And I'm also going to slightly scale the hand just a smidge. And I think I'm going to make Morphe's arm just a wee bit wider. So I'm going to take the faces on this side. It looks a little skinny for the arm. And I'm just going to push those faces out. Oops. Undo. Move those faces out slightly. Okay, to give it a little more volume. Alright. Now we need to add a couple of edge loops here. So I'm going to go back to Mesh, Insert Edge Loop. I'm going to need one here and one here. Alright, press Q to drop the tool. And now, in order to sew them together, the objects have to be combined. So I'm going to select one, shift select the torso, and go to Mesh Combine. Alright, and with them combined, I need to undo that real quick. I need to move this a little bit closer. Then I'm going to combine them. And now we can begin to sew the points together. Right click, go to vertex. This one will be sewn with that one. So make sure you only have 2 selected. Hold the shift key, right click, merge vertices, merge vertices. Okay, oops. Then you want to now select this one and this one. And there should be 2 selected. Oops, I have to zoom in. Make sure you got the right one selected. That one and that one should be 2. Shift right click, merge vertices, merge vertices. And maybe that one, and you can hit G to repeat. Oops. And I'm going to take this one and hit G to repeat. Okay, it's not merging that vertex. This one. Okay, there's 3 vertices selected, so let's go back and make sure there's only 2. Right. One of these vertices has 2 points, so let's see. 1, 2, right there. Right click, merge vertices, merge vertices. Okay, now down to the arm, this vertex will be sewed with that one. I'm going to click on this one and that one. That should be it. That's 3. So it's a good idea that you open up your polygon heads-up menu so you can see what you were working on. Make sure that you're not sewing up all the wrong vertices or one that you shouldn't be sewing up. So there's one here, oops, and one here. There should be 2. Merge vertex. Let's go ahead and sew the bottom first. And we'll get back to the other ones. Okay, it looks like this one and this one. Oops. This one and sometimes it's a little hard to select those vertices that are really close together because your handle is so big. You can always click the minus key to reduce the size of the handle. Merge vertex. And I believe, let's see, these 2 merge. These 2, G to repeat. And we have G to repeat. And I believe we sew all of them. Wait, there's one more right here. G to repeat. And let's take a look at it in wireframe to make sure that we have sewn all the vertices together. This one here, this one here. Oh, this one needs to be sewn with that one. Alright, that's not the right one. I must have sewn something incorrectly. So we're going to undo all of that sewing. Let's see what's going on. Okay, the top part is okay, it's done well. So it looks like this one should be sewn with that vertex. Alright, that's good. And then we have, let's take a look on the other side. So this one should be sewn with this vertex. And hit G to repeat. And we'll have this one with that. This one with this one. This one with this one. Alright, hit 3. So there's a little pinching going on right around here. Let's go to merge components. Let's go in and take a good look. What's going on in there to make sure everything is nicely sewn together. Go to a vertex. Okay, I think there's a couple of vertices that need to be sewn on the inside. Let's check this one, this one. this one, and this one. All right, let's make sure nothing is messed up. Go back to object mode and much better. Okay, there were 2 points on the inside that needs to be sewn. Okay, so with that done, oops, I guess I've already deleted the other side. What you have to do is click on this side of the torso to delete it, and you can notice that there's a pinching going on right over here. So let me see what's going on this area. This one vertex, one. Okay, I know what happened. When I inserted the edge loop, apparently the edge loop didn't go all the way down to the foot. So we are just going to use the, let's try the multi-cut tool. I'm going to cut right here. Come on. It's not liking it. I'm going to try. Nope. Try that one. Alrighty, it's not liking what I'm doing. So the vertex did not extend all the way down. Just trying to figure out what's going on. Oops, I found it. There's 2 vertices right here. So I'm going to merge the vertices. Oops, undo. Oh, let's see. Alright, that's 1 here. Should be 1, 1, 1. I'm checking for errors on the model to make sure that there's no errors. So I'm checking the point count to make sure there's only 1 point where there should be 1 point. And I need to cut this. Okay, let's try the multi-cut again. I'm not sure why it doesn't let me cut it this way. Oh, there we go. Alright, so let's drop the tool and make sure that everything is good in terms of vertex count. So there should be just 1 vertex here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. And again, I'm looking at the display right there. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to the selection tool and kind of move it around. Move the vertices around to make room for the other vertex that I'm going to cut. So we're going to do it this way. And just even it out slightly. Oh, I think we're okay on the other side. Except that we probably need to cut right there. Okay, let's cut another edge loop. And I'm going to turn on the that view so we can see all the lines. I'm going to go to multi-cut tool again. Actually, select the object first. Select multi-cut tool. I'm going to cut right there to right there. Hit enter to make that cut. And I think we need to cut all the way around. I wonder if I could do that faster and easier by just inserting edge loops. So let's try that. I could, of course, go all the way around and cut it. But I'm going to see if the insert edge loop will be faster. I'm just going to hit undo. So undo the cut. And I'm going to use insert edge loop. And let's see, we're going to insert an edge loop right here. Right there. So to go all the way around, which is much easier. Okay. And Q to drop the tool and just make sure that these two vertices right over here, there's two of them, you need to make sure that they are merged. And same thing with here. There's one. So I think we're good. Okay? So if you hit 3, everything should look nice and smooth, and if it doesn't, that's the problem with the vertices. Okay? So with that selected, I'm going to go to Edit, Duplicate Special again. So I have a full version of the character with hands on both sides. Now at this point, you're pretty much done with the modeling of the torso. We're going to add the head next. So the torso itself can be combined into one single piece. So we do not need the instance anymore. And to do that, I'm going to select the torso. We're going to go ahead and delete history. You're going to go to the Mesh, Mirror Geometry options. Alright, now what we want to do is to mirror this side over to that side. And because we know that it's facing the plus x axis, we want to choose the minus x. And make sure the merge vertices are selected. We're going to hit mirror. Okay, now everything should be fine. You shouldn't have any crisscross areas back here. So everything should lined up pretty nicely. If you have some errors, it could be because your points in the center are not directly in the center, so you need to fix those. And another thing that you can look for is there is something called the merge threshold. If you have some overlapping, you can kind of play around with the slider to get the overlapping gone. But this model looks pretty good. There's no issues with it, so we're pretty much done with getting the geometry mirrored over. Alright, so this is one solid piece. And I'm going to save it here and come back with Morphe's head.